Indonesia deadliest air crash in recent years. United Airlines flight suffered engine failure, scattered debris over U.S. city. NASA set for an attempt to fix a problem Hubble telescope.
Virgin Galactic (SPCE), a space exploration company, will fly a private aircraft that is VSS U-90 to the outer limits of the Earth's atmosphere. A Melbourne man booked a ticket on Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic space voyage. The UAE and Israeli flag carriers announced a codeshare cooperation deal on Thursday.
The crash of Sriwijaya Air Boeing 737-500 about 4 minutes after it took off from Jakarta Saturday is the latest in a series of air accidents around Indonesia. Investigators cite problems with the plane anti-stall system as one of the contributing factors. The Java Sea in 2014, an AirAsia plane plunged into the Java Sea during stormy weather, killing 162 people. Those who died included 121 airmen, 12 crew, and 2 people on the ground. One passenger survived.
A United Airlines flight suffered a fiery engine failure. Saturday, shortly after taking off from Denver on its way to Hawaii, dropping massive debris on a residential area before a safe emergency landing. The debris scattered across a turf sport field at a park. There were no injuries on the plane or on the ground. The safe landing of the flight, which US media said had 231 passengers and 10 crews on board, came despite the stricken engine, images of which were captured and posted on Twitter. A video shot from inside the plane showed the wrecked engine ablaze and wobbling on the wing of the Boeing 777-200, its cover entirely missing as the aircraft flew over a barren landscape. Meanwhile, residents in the Denver suburb of Broomfield found a large piece of land scattered around their community, including a giant circular piece of metal that landed in the yard of Kirby Clemens. It was a little overwhelming, he told CNN. It landed squarely on top of my truck and fell off, he said, reporting that a separate large piece of debris had put a 5-foot hole in the neighborhood roof.
NASA will attempt to fix a problem that has stopped the Hubble telescope from being used for astronomy. It's the worst glitch in years to hit the venerated observatory. An onboard computer halted on 13 June, leading to the science instruments being put in safe mode. Officials said the possible cause of the fault lies with a power control unit (PCU). This is the operation set to begin on Thursday. If successful, it will take several days to completely return the observatory to normal science operation. Launched aboard the Space Shuttle Discovery in 1990, Hubble has taken over 1.5 million observations. These have been used to publish some 18,000 scientific papers. A successor to Hubble, the James Webb Space Telescope (JWST) is scheduled to launch later this year.
Branson, owner of the company Virgin Galactic (SPCE), will fly to the edge of space on a spaceplane by his own space exploration company on Sunday, July 11th. The flight, which will begin with the VMS-F rocketing to 50,000 feet and then launching VSS U-90 winged spacecraft that can carry 6 passengers and 2 pilots into space that will put Branson into orbit. Shares of Virgin Galactic soared ahead of the planet launch, gaining more than it is 120%. At last check, the shares were down 4% at $50. After this flight, Virgin Galactic has additional test flights scheduled to take place over the next few months ahead of plans to fly 600 future astronaut ticket holders in 2022. and the Federal Aviation Administration last month updated the aerospace company's launch license to allow for passenger travel into space.
Donning an astronaut helmet, flying in a spaceship, and head to the stars is what most children grow up dreaming about. But fewer than 1,000 people have had their ambition of taking a space voyage to become a reality. Melbourne man Scott Copeland, however, is going to break into that exclusive club, and in doing so, he is fulfilling a childhood dream while aged in his 50s. Mr. Copeland joked he had been watching a lot of Star Wars while preparing for to fly in a year, but the guide of on his travel itinerary recommends a bit more than a view of pop culture viewing. Mr. Copeland said he had received a lot of information from the team at Virgin Galactic about what to expect. Mr. Copeland has traveled to the US to experience that the next best thing at the Kennedy Space Center and the Astronaut Hall of Fame. But now he gets to follow in the footsteps of some of his heroes.
The UAE and Israeli flag carriers announced a codeshare cooperation deal on Thursday, the latest sign of deepening ties between the two nations following September's normalization of diplomatic relations. The move follows Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid's visit to the UAE this week to inaugurate the country's first Gulf embassy in the Emirate capital Abu Dhabi. The airline said in the statement they had launched their joint codeshare network and reciprocal loyalty agreement for frequent flyers. Under the agreement, E181 will sell tickets and other frequent flyers points to its members for the twice weekly Etihad service between Abu Dhabi and Tel Aviv from July 18. Pending regulatory approval, Etihad will then begin to sell tickets for 14 routes operated by E1A1 as well as offering benefits to its frequent flyers. From oil to tourism to cutting-edge technologies, the two countries hope to benefit from an economic dividend following the normalization agreement. Okay, viewers, that is the news today. I am Risa and all of the crews. Thank you so much for your attention. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.